In our business, when a defendant fails to appear, we call this a forfeiture. Most of the time, when we get a forfeiture, it's simply an innocent mistake. Perhaps the defendant had car trouble, or they're in the hospital, or they went to the wrong court, something like that. Usually when it's that type of problem, it's very easy to resolve. Our first step when we have this type of situation is we call the defendant or the person who signed for the bond, and usually these troubles are pretty easily rectified. We can give the defendant the necessary documentation to take to the court and get the bond reinstated. If the defendant refuses, however, then we need to locate them and bring them into custody. In California, we have 6 months to locate a defendant. If necessary, what we'll do is we'll contact with a fugitive recovery company that will help us to locate the defendant. Ultimately, it's the co-signer, the person who signed for the bond, that's the person who's going to take the financial responsibility. So let's say, for example, we have a $50,000 bond and the defendant fails to appear and we can't locate him. It's ultimately going to be the co-signer who's going to have to pay that $50,000. And if that co-signer can't pay us, then we have to pay because we're ultimately responsible.